Hello there, everyone. Pearl Jr. here. Before we get started, I just want you guys to know that I made 15 bean soup. Have you ever made 15 bean soup before? It is so yummy. It's you buy it where you buy beans in the grocery store, and it says 15 bean soup. And I put some smoked turkey legs or smoked turkey wings in it, or I put sausages in it. Be sure that you don't throw away the little seasoning packet that comes in there. And also, what else is good? Also put chicken bouillon in there. Really good. Okay. So, sponsor. Stays All Day Shade. Let's do work and play. Because everybody's got skin. Be sure to pick up some of the, we carry the largest selection of fragranced or essential oil shea butter, I think anywhere. So please go to my website. It says it's a slow connection. Please go to my website at staysalldayshay.com. All right, guys. It says it's a slow connection. So, and also make sure you pick up a copy of the Alive docuseries and go to michaeljacksoninsider.com to learn more. All right. So I just left my Instagram page. And hello there. It says I have a slow connection, but welcome. I went over to my Instagram page earlier today, and I went to my Instagram just a few minutes ago, and I explained why PayPal sent me a message. What does that mean? Somebody just bought something on my PayPal? But anyway, I just explained why my main Instagram page was taken down. So I want to go over that just quickly with you guys. I don't need to go through as much as I went through there. But, people are human beings. You got to remember. And so they are confused, thinking I'm giving misleading information. And this is something that I got just the other day, right? Okay, just yesterday. We removed your content. This is on my new MJ Alive docuseries on Instagram. And they say it looks like you tried to get likes, follows, shares, or video views in a misleading way. All right, it appears. It looks like. No, it don't. You do your research. I wrote to someone, all death documents are in the wrong name, and according to the bylaws of the Department of Public Health and CDC, it requires the use of the legal name, or the death can be deemed invalid. Okay, I'm back. Okay, so hopefully you saw some of that, but I'm just going to read what I posted. Again, I posted on my Instagram, all death documents are in the wrong name. And according to the bylaws of the Department of Public Health and CDC, it is required to use the legal name, or the death can be deemed invalid, which is a major fact, leading to hundreds of more facts-proof evidence includes MJ undoubtedly faked his death. Learn more at my website, michaeljacksoninsider.com. So Instagram flagged me and said I'm saying misleading things. You guys know, you guys have been with me. You know I'm not saying anything misleading, so I don't need to go there. But they removed it, okay? So apparently some person over at Instagram is not checking their facts. They're assuming that, they're 100% certain Michael's dead, and anything contrary to that has to be wrong, and it's not worth their time. So that's what happened to my other account. So now I went on there to explain that the death certificate's in the wrong name. Michael Joe Jackson is his real name. All death documents are in the name of Michael Joseph Jackson. There is no also known as space on the death certificate, or is it listed anywhere that Michael's also known as Michael Joseph Jackson? And even if he was, the coroner is still wrong, because he said he named and identified the dead body via a driver's license. And there's no driver's license in the name of Michael Joseph Jackson. So I just wanted to go over that with the Instagram audience real quick. Okay, so now I got a lot of stuff to talk to you guys about. Austin and Tito have a song. It's a reggae song, and I really, really like it. Let me go to my, let's go here. And let's do my X. Oh, I'm sorry. My beans are, there's been an hour, so hold on. I gotta go and turn the beeper off. Okay, guys, I'm back. Sorry about that. Okay, so anyway, cooking on a Saturday. I can't wait to eat my 15 bean soup. Okay, and so anyway, I wanted to explain that to the Instagram audience. So now let's talk about Tito. Tito had and Austin Brown, who is Reeby's son. They have released a song, and it's a reggae song, and it seems like a song that Bob Marley would have wrote or sung. It's fabulous, okay? And I like seeing the family together. Just right here real quick. See, those are the two. Okay, I had to do that before it starts hourglassing on me. Okay, I want you guys here. Tito got a nice one. Would stay all night long. It's called Frequency. Frequency Performance.
Yeah. And we would do this every night. Yeah. What? And no care in the world for me. And no responsibility. Until I heard an old man say, young man, he said, home is where your heart is.
Home is where your heart is. So that's Tito singing. Okay, this is Austin.
Yeah, I'm seen to know what's wrong from right. I see the world in a different light. You know I'm not the same no more, and it feels good. And I'm glad that I know this.
All right, I love it. I love it. So you guys, please go give some views, buy it on Spotify, do what you got to do. But it's called Frequency Performance, Tito Jackson, Austin Brown, and Black Castle. Home is where the heart is the name of the song. I really like it. Okay, I failed to mention that last week, so I'm glad I got that. All right, so now let's go back to... oh my goodness. I think this is just such great casting of the, boys. Oh my goodness. If I didn't go through this last week, I just want to show it real quick. All right, look. See who's playing Tito, Jackie, Michael. Jafar looks cute there. And, Jermaine and Marlon. Okay. Look at that. That looks fabulous. Okay. So we're looking forward to the Michael Jackson biopic. Okay. We got more because I'm going to get to some good stuff. Prince has announced that they are doing an event, King of Popcorn, and they're having, a bid. And they're having it's probably a bid because it's Julian's auction, right? It's Julian's auction that is the sponsor for this event. So they're having 4 different dates where you can go and watch movies at Havenhurst, and the proceeds are going to go to the Heal the World Foundation. Okay, and the dates are. And I think it's about $500, which is a lot less than I think $1,200 or something very expensive last year. But this is the this right here is it's a clip. It's a still shot from Michael in Thriller when him and Ola Ray were at the theater. Okay, that's their promotion for it. Okay, movie night, and I'm going to give you the dates. Okay, the dates are June 22nd. July 20th, August 31st, or December 7th. And add $3 to my donation to cover credit card fees. So if you pay with a credit card, they're going to charge you 3%. And I think 3% is $15, I think. Because 10% is $50. And 1% is 5. 5 times 3 is $15 it'll cost you. But it's $500 per event. If you want to go, it'd be nice. I'm not sure if I'm going or not. Okay. Love is where the heart is. That's why I wore this little necklace, because I was thinking about their song. Love is where the heart is. Okay. So, be sure to, go ahead and go. Julian's Auction, has been a good friend to Michael. They've helped out with the Wade and James situation. And we're going to get into the Wade and James situation because Wade lied in Leaving Neverland saying that he burnt all this stuff. But Julian's Auction's like, what you got left? You sold us everything. So Julian's is cool. They're cool. So we thank them for still supporting Michael Jackson. All right. So now, I got to show you my little Ruby. Ruby. Ruby's getting so big. You know, she's 11 now. Okay. And she got a new dog named Trayvante. Look at that. Look at that. Trey. She's so happy. And that dog is going to be so spoiled. I already know. Okay. So, and let's see my other notes before I get to Austin, King of Popcorn. Taj, Jackson, that you guys gave almost $260,000 to make a Michael is Innocent documentary. Well, a post just said that he's postponing it again because of the lawsuit. Come on, Taj. Come on. I mean, my God. All right. I'm very disappointed. That's all I can say. I'm very disappointed. All right. So then, so don't look for his, unless he decides that he's going to go ahead and pull up, put his, go to work and just finish it. Cause I think he feels like it's not going to be good enough. And, I think he has a fear. Okay. That's why he didn't finish the, zombie series that he promised Michael that he was going to do. I didn't finish it. So I don't know, Taj. I don't know, but come on. Okay. So now we're going to talk about, the lawsuit. Okay. The Wade and James lawsuit. And I just gotta say that I knew something was up, okay? But I didn't quite put it together, but Tom Mesereau did, okay? So we got Tom Mesereau on the case with the James and Wade lawsuit, and we got Susan Yu. They are part of the team that gave Michael a unanimous 14 out of 14 not guilties in the 2005 trial. So we're really glad that they're back together. Okay. Now they, case management is, kind of like, the judge want to know where you're at. So case management hearing is like, okay, so where are we at? What are we going to do? Is it going to be a bench trial? Is it going to be a jury trial? How long do you think it's going to take you to do discovery? So you're managing the case. So there's been a case filed by Tom Mesereau and his team. There's a couple other people there that are going to be helping as well. Okay. But on attachment, this explains a whole lot. So maybe I'll show you and then I'll see, here it is right here. Okay. Now I can't leave it on long. So now I'm going to read it to you guys. It's a part of their case management file paperwork. And the case number is BC 508502. All right. In 2013, 4 years after Michael Jackson died. Now we know he ain't dead. Okay. Plaintiff filed this case along with a companion case against Michael Jackson's estate in the probate court. The court dismissed plaintiff's probate case as time barred by the filing deadline under California probate court. Now, I knew that there was a statute of limitations, but now it's clarified. He filed against the Michael Jackson estate, and he filed against MJJ Ventures and MJJ Production, which are companies that Michael owned, and he was the sole shareholder. Okay. And it says, plaintiff can no longer bring any claims against Mr. Jackson, whoop, whoop, or his estate. So plaintiff is left to pursue his claims against two corporate entities that were created to hold Mr. Jackson's intellectual property, which is MJJ Productions and MJJ Ventures. Okay. Now, this is very important. It says plaintiff Wade and James, can no longer bring any claims. This is Wade. This is the Wade, but this is just Wade's lawsuit, okay? Plaintiff can no longer bring any claims against Mr. Jackson or his estate. You hear that? He died, but you can't bring any claims against the individual, Michael Jackson, or his estate, okay? So no matter what happens, Wade is barred from suing Michael Jackson for child molestation. He's barred, okay, through statute of limitations, okay? So that is really, really important. And so the estate isn't, and he can't sue the estate either, which is a living trust, by the way, that was dismissed in 2018, okay, in the probate court. But there's still stuff going on because I think if it's a living estate, that you get to still do things because all Michael's properties are held inside the trust. Okay. Now, this one here. Now, this is very important too. Pre-trial issues relating to the Jackson estate, right? So they're figuring out right now. Tom says it's going to take over a year for him to be able to put together everything he needs to put together because it's convoluted and they use the word, it is I'll read it later. The word, it's complicated. It's complicated, but they use a certain word, but I'll read it. It's here. But anyway, okay. And so he says that, some of the witnesses are out of the country, right? And so it's going to be hard to find them and bring them back to the United States to testify or give depositions. He talks about all the stuff in discovery because they're saying this stuff started in the 80s. So we're talking about, 40 years of information. And plus, since 2013 to now is over almost 11 years. Okay. 10 years and almost 11 years. In May, I think it'll be 11 years, right, of information. And then the whole Leaving Neverland. And they're asking for the unseen footage, the footage that was left on the cutting room floor, but they don't they don't edit the same way as they used to. It's all electronic inside of a computer now. But before, they physically used to cut out what they didn't want and paste together certain scenes in movies. That's how it used to work. Editing used to work. So Tom is requesting to see the footage that we didn't see, that didn't make the documentary. And I was able to send Tom two of my, I just sent them via email through his website. The 40 lies in Leaving Neverland, and then the 60 lies Leaving Neverland, which is a cumulative. So I have identified really easily 60 different lies. And I really put that together for Taj. That's who I put it together because at the time I was saying, Taj, I was doing something that I thought would be helpful when you're in the creative process for you to go and say, oh, did I get everything, all the things that I wanted to get according to Wade and James and their lies? Because it was the Wade and James Leaving Neverland that sparked Taj to say that he was making a documentary, that sparked Taj to open a GoFundMe page. So I was just doing something that I thought, so I gathered up all the wrong stuff and I put them in 2 videos. So I sent Tom links to that. Does he need me? No, but it's nice to just kind of have that as a reference after you do everything, because sometimes when you go back and you look at things, you're like, oh, dang, I forgot that. Oh man, I forgot that part, so I did that for Taj, really. Okay. But it doesn't seem like the documentary's ever coming out from him. I hope it does. Please prove me wrong. Please prove me wrong, Taj, and have that documentary come out, because a lot of fans are really looking forward to you having that documentary. But anyway, let's get back to Tom Mesereau. Tom Mesereau says it's going to take more than 12 months for him to put together the case because it's complicated and it has a lot of different layers to it. And the defense and the plaintiff is going to fight him tooth and nail for all the stuff that he needs to get in discovery. So that's what he is explaining in this case management document. Okay, so he says, so I'm going to read 2 paragraphs, so you guys bear with me. It's really kind of important, okay? It says, pretrial issues relating to the Jackson estate. It says, as noted above, Robeson's claims directly against the Michael Jackson estate has long since been dismissed in a final order from which Robeson did not seek appellate review. So he can't go back because the time to appeal is over. Okay, given this, defendants, both of them, expect that legal issues will arise. Defendants expect that legal issues will arise in the context of both evidentiary ruling and jury instructions. Now, this is important, jury instructions. Remember, in the the People versus Conrad Robert Murray, alleged victim who died on an alleged date. Okay, that was on purpose, and I'm going to explain here. He said, in the context of both evidentiary rulings and jury instructions, among others, relating to Robeson's attempt to use the defendants here as proxies for the Michael Jackson estate, which is impermissible. So what they're doing, they're saying, since I can't sue Michael Jackson and since I can't sue the estate, I'm going to sue these companies. Okay, MJJ Ventures and MJJ Productions. Okay, as just one example, punitive damages against a decedent's estate are barred entirely. CCP, California Code something, section 377.42. Yet this case seeks punitive damages against the 2 defendants, MJJ Productions, MJJ Ventures. The parties will likely need to engage in motion practice to ensure that punitive damages are only evaluated, parenthesis, if the court permits seeking their recovery at all, unparenthesis, based on conduct that can be legally imputed to defendants under corporate agency principles and not the alleged conduct of Michael Jackson personally. So they're saying that the companies did wrong, not Michael, because the company should have warned them and saved them. But Michael's the boss of his own company, so it's just all kind of ridiculous. Okay, that's 1 paragraph. Now, this is the 2nd paragraph. Pre-trial issues relating to jury instructions. Okay. Defendants expect the jury instructions will require extensive court involvement in advance of trial. Plaintiff is not bringing his claim directly against Mr. Jackson. See, it's not against Michael Jackson. So anybody that says, bro, by you saying Michael's alive, you could get him in trouble. No. This is already, they handled that. Which is another, okay, because that's handled. Okay, since Michael is alive, but you can't, Wade and James can't touch him. They can't do nothing to the individual Michael Jackson. Okay, right? So it says defendants expect the jury instructions will require extensive court involvement in advance of trial. Plaintiff, Wade and James, is not bringing is not bringing his claim directly against Mr. Jackson or his estate. Rather, plaintiff's claims are brought against Mr. Jackson's company, and his theory of liability is that those companies, acting through their employees, failed to supervise Mr. Jackson, placing plaintiff in harm's way. Michael had no boss. He's the owner of the company. He is the only shareholder. Okay, so what employee could tell Michael what to do? Anyway. All right. It says the jury instructions will need to be drafted. Keep that in mind. Carefully and in full compliance with existing law and the Court of Appeals decision. In this case, to ensure the jury is charged properly. Defendants anticipate this issue will require significant pre-trial briefing and likely additional briefing during the trial. Okay. Now, the reason why that's important to let you know that in the verdict of the Conrad Murray trial, that defendant penal code section, alleged victim, Michael Joseph Jackson, alleged date, June 25th, 2009. That was done on purpose. That was done on purpose. All the parties agreed, both parties agreed that that language was fine. Okay? They agreed to that. It wasn't just in there, just fly by night type of thing. Just like here. He says here, rather, plaintiff's claims are brought against Mr. Jackson. The jury instructions will need to be drafted carefully and in full compliance with existing law. Okay? So, in jury instructions includes that verdict. Includes the language of the verdict. Because that's all the jury does is render a verdict. They sit and they listen. They sit and they listen. They ain't supposed to talk to nobody during the trial, about the trial, right? They can't say nothing. They can't even talk about it amongst themselves until they get into deliberations. There's one task of the jury. Okay, two, really. Is the plaintiff guilty or innocent or liable or not liable in a civil case? Oh, and how much? How long they going to jail? Or how much money do they owe? Okay, that's all the jury does. Okay, that's what their task is. To listen, not discuss until deliberations, and come up with the verdict or the decision. The judge, if it's a bench trial, the judge does a decision. Okay, so it's all pre-planned. Okay, so anybody that wants to go that alleged victim, alleged date was just a happenstance. No, that was all purposely done. Purposely done. Now, I want to go back to the actual document. Okay, where did I put it? Okay, because I wanted to tell you about Wade and James, some more about Wade and James. I think it's here. The whole document. I think I saved the whole document. I did save the whole document, but where did I save it at? Source by date modified. Okay, here it is. Here's the PDF of it. Okay. That is the plaintiff's case management, which is kind of a dud. And then Wade's case management. Okay. So there's a part on here where they talk about how they want to combine Wade and James cases. And that's what the defendant wants. The plaintiffs want to combine Wade and James' case together so they can be tried together instead of separately as it stands right now. But the judge makes that decision. So Tom is discussing it. Let's see, further mental. Yeah, they got to do a mental examination, expert discovery, dispositive motion practice, evidentiary issues, pretrial. I mean, there's a lot. Okay, so hold on. In limine, I think this is it. Okay, two of these cases, they want to combine the cases. That's what I'm looking for. They want to combine them. Consolidate. That's the word, consolidate. Okay. Defendant filed. Okay. First, the court will need to decide whether to consolidate this action with the related case. James Safechuck versus MJJ Productions, case number BC 545264. Okay, I already gave you Wade's case number. Plaintiff previously indicated he wanted to consolidate the case for all purposes and recently filed a motion for consolidation. Plaintiff is Wade and James. Initially, the matters appeared too distinct to make consolidation appropriate. Now, however, discovery has demonstrated that cases have intertwined percipient witnesses and involved similar legal issues. Accordingly, defendants agree with plaintiff and believe consolidation on this matter with the Safechuck matter for all purposes, including trial, is appropriate. Defendant filed a response to plaintiff's motion for consolidation, reflecting this position, but requested the court to hold the matter in abeyance until after defendants filed their petition to have this matter designated complex. Have it designated complex. It's a complex case under LA Superior Court Rule 3.3K. Whether the court consolidates this matter with Saytruck, the court will need to oversee much of the discovery, including certain depositions that have already been concluded, but which will need to be expanded to cover the allegations of both Robeson and Saytruck, along with the new allegations from their participation in a film discussed below. Okay. Also, the rumor is true that Dan Reed is working on another BS film, because his other film has been knocked down so badly. So now he's going to have more talking heads that didn't see nothing, that are giving opinions. Okay. And they talk about the hassle of Jordy Chandler's family, his ex-wife or girlfriend, and his sister. How they chasing them down, trying to get them to testify. And they're like, no, we enjoy our private life. We don't want none of that. We don't want no participation whatsoever in it. Okay. And how they kind of chasing them down and harassing them. Oh, I got a little, Okay. Sorry about that. Okay. So anyway, so now we just wait. And this was filed February 28th, 2024 by Tom Mesereau Law Group. Okay. And the other attorneys on the case are John Carpenter, and there's another one, their attachments. There's another, John Stanzapier, Susan Yu. I thought there was a Keller on here too. Susan Yu, John Stanzapier. And there is that's the attorney for Wade Robinson, is John Carpenter, and Asa O. Eaton. Okay. Those are, Wade's, attorneys. And I think this is his third set of attorneys in these 13 plus years. Okay. Cause the other ones gave up. It cost too much money, and they just like, never mind. We don't think we can win. And so he had to find new attorneys. I thought I saw another name, but it doesn't matter. I have plenty of time. But anyway, this was very informative, and how you can learn a whole bunch about just the legal system by reading a lot of these documents. Okay. Yeah, there's a new documentary that Wade's working on. I mean, that Dan Reed is working on. So, yikes. All right, guys, let's see. Make sure you get your Stays All Day Shea Fragrance Body Butter. And I will be in touch. I think I've done all my notes. I have done all my notes. And that's it for now. And so I will see you guys next time. Love you. And don't forget, Michael Jackson Insider, and go follow me on Instagram at MJ Alive DocuSeries. Okay? Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.